Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about some connectors. These connectors show contrast. While we write, we need some connectors, and sometimes we feel a bit difficult to use these connectors correctly. So I'm going to talk about these connectors and how to use them in writing and what they mean. So let's start it. There are some connectors: whereas, while, but, still, only, however, nevertheless. These are connectors that we use to show contrast, and there are some other connectors as well that we use, but today I am going to talk about these all. These express oppositional contrast between two statements. Like whenever we use whereas and but, these two show contrast between two statements. First, if we talk about whereas and the difference between whereas and but, that is slightly little bit. Whenever we read it, we find it out that like Rahul loves foreign holidays, whereas his wife prefers to stay at home. These two statements are showing oppositional contrast, but the contrast is like that we are just offered knowledge about two subjects like Rahul and his wife with the help of whereas. But whenever we use but we can think that it just shows that it is giving us negative aspect, like I want to go to party but I'm so tired. So with the help of but, we just get negative aspect of the statement. But whenever we use whereas, it just gives us extra knowledge about some other subjects. So that is just a little bit difference. And next, we can say that sometimes but and whereas both are just interchangeable. Like this sentence: I like pasta but she likes pizza. I like pasta whereas she likes pizza. So these two are interchangeable, but as I told you already that the meaning is slightly different. So next, whenever we use while as a conjunction or as a connector, we use while, and it gives us different meanings. Like we can use it regarding time, or we can use it regarding contrast. Whenever we use it to show time, like my brother took care of my appointments while I was away from office. Here we are using it that it must show time. It shows the time while I was away from office. It shows that time period. So contrast: he's rich while his father was poor. So here you can clearly understand that it is showing the difference or contrast between two statements. He's rich while his father was poor. And we can just give contrast in these kind of sentences with whereas as well. Sometimes it is interchangeable as well. Next one is only. We both live in the same city. Only I live closer to the sea. Only as a conjunction or connector we use whenever we want to tell or we want to show that only I have that, no other one. Others don't have that. Like we both live in the same city. It means I only live to the closer. Others are living in the city. Or any other subject we can talk about. So only mean to say whenever we just want to focus on particular subject. Still we use as a conjunction or connector whenever we want to tell that something started in the past but it is not just come to an end. Like we tried our best, still we are not able to convince him. So something happened in the past but still we are not able to convince him. Like something hasn't happened just right now, until right now, or you can say Jason wanted to play football tonight, however his injury kept him on the sideline. So here however also showing us the contrast between two statements. But however we use whenever something happened or something had to happen but somehow it didn't happen. So the real situation hasn't come to us what was expected, and what was expected to happen, that hasn't happened. So we use however whenever something had to be happened but it didn't happen. Last one we have nevertheless. Nevertheless, we use whenever we expect that it would happen, but it didn't happen actually. Competition was tough last year. Nevertheless, our sales increased. Whenever we expect that something would happen, but it didn't happen actually. So here we are getting two opposite statements as well in the sentence. I hope you got all the concepts where to use